Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So just a quick little encouraging word for you today, and it is to walk by faith and not by sight. I just had like a dream yesterday that kind of had to do with it, and it was so weird, but I was like, this means God wants me to trust him more. Like, I can't trust what I see in the physical realm. I have to trust that he's working on my behalf even if I don't see it. I have to believe, walk by faith. It's so crazy. I feel like one of the biggest things that I'm thinking about is when Jesus died for 3 days. It was literally 3 whole days, and he was dead. But then he came back to life, and everybody was treating it like he wasn't going to come back, even though he said that, hey, I'm coming back. And it's so crazy because, like, did Jesus not prove that, he could do all these amazing miracles and, God was working and this and that? So why, you know what I'm saying? I'd be sitting there like, he's coming back, he's coming back. Like, that's just me though. That's just me though, okay? I'm one of those people that has crazy faith. Like, if God says it, I'm gonna believe it. Like, if he tells me to do something and he says he's gonna take care of it, then I'm gonna believe it. Now, there are times when it's hard and I struggle and I'm like, oh my gosh, God, you said this, so why does it look like this? And I come to God when that happens. I'll be praying like, God, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not happy right now. I'm upset. I'm tired of this. And it's good to be open and honest with God, because then you speaking it out loud is like, okay, and you stop overthinking as much and you're starting to be like, okay, this is my thought process. How can I change this? How can I walk more by faith? And it's definitely something that you grow in, it's not something that it's not something that just comes all at once. It's something that grows. It's like a muscle. You got to grow your muscle faith, your faith muscle. Your faith muscle, because the more that you see God work in your life, the more you get to know who he is and how he is and his character, then your faith can be grown, because you're like, he did it last time, he did it the last 5 times, he did it the last 10 times. The more that you see him work in your life, the more you're going to be like, well, he did it then, why wouldn't he do it again? His character does not change. And he's not like the people that are around you. He is God. He is perfect. He does not make mistakes. He does not let you down. Now, the only way God would let you down is if you thought he was going to do something, but he never even said that he was going to do it. So technically, he's not letting you down. That's you letting yourself down because you thought he was going to do something. But no, God's ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And so if God ever promises you something, it will come to pass. He's not going to let you down in that sense, because he literally said it. He's not going to lie. He's not a man that he's going to lie. He's not going to change his mind. He's not going to confuse you. If there's something confusing you, or if you're upset with God, just understand that that's not God doing that. There's something that you have to fix with the way that you're thinking and the way that you're seeing God. Sometimes a situation could be so crazy and you're like, how is this going to work and why is God allowing it? But I know one of the reasons that God allows certain situations is because he'll wait till last minute too sometimes, because he wants to show that it wasn't by your might, it wasn't by the world's might, but it was by his power. It's like last minute, you're like, there's no way, like nothing can work, like they can't do it, I can't do it, then boom, God does something. And it just shows like the only way that situation worked the way that it did was because God got involved. And that's why he does certain things. I've had so many moments where it's like I didn't have what I needed, but then last minute God showed up. And it was just like, wow, that's God. And he's trying to grow your faith. He's trying to see, will you believe that I'm going to come through like I did before? And then when he does, it's like, okay, God, he did. And I think that's one of the only ways that we could truly reach our potential and become who God really called us to be. We need faith. If something is scaring you, if there's a huge dream that you have or a goal, or you feel like God called you to do something and it doesn't scare you just a little bit, then I don't know if it's from God, because God has things for you to show his glory. So basically, you can't do it on your own. And that's for a reason. It's because God wants to show that the only way that you did it was because his power was working through you. And that's how other people are going to look at you and see God definitely was using that person, because how else did they do that on their own? You know, it's just all part of it. It's all part of the big picture. So we have to trust God. We can't always, trust in what we see with our physical eyes, but we can definitely trust what we see with our faith eyes, our spiritual eyes. You know, if God is giving you dreams and visions, or if he's calling you to do something, or if he promised you something, you can definitely trust that. You can definitely believe in that and have faith in that and put everything into that, because I promise you, God will definitely come through. If he called you to it, he's going to see you through it. Where there's a will, there's a way. And if it is God's will, then I promise you, he's going to make a way. And just because you don't see it now doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. You just have to be patient and understand that he's growing you and he's growing your faith. So that's all I have to say for today. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.